Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Two Bears High Fiving podcast. I'm your host, Goldbeer.
Back at it for a fourth time. My name is Red.
Hello, me popping out of the sewer gutter. It is your Lord Squeak. How you been doing?
And today we are talking about the Pit, which is one of my absolute personal favorite Fallout DLCs of all time. Alright, so when you start the DLC, like the first character you meet is Werner. So what's like your impression of him? Or what do you think about him, basically?
Well, on initially, I thought he was just a good guy who wanted to free his people. He was very straightforward and to the point.
I always thought he was shady as fuck.
True. Like, personally, like, first time I went up to him, like, he seemed very desperate. Like, recruiting a random wastelander and, just broadcasting it. Like, I know you're desperate, but I mean, it's a lot of, there's a lot of room for error. You can attract the wrong type of person.
Which he did.
Yeah, he did. Like at the first, you save him, of course. Like at the start, like like you said, Red. I really did think he was like a really, really nice person that really wanted to free his people. I thought he was like an escaped slave, which he was.
Technically.
Yeah, technically.
Apparently. Well, that's what he says to you.
He just really cared about his people and wanted them to be free. And of course, you help him and then you realize he's not that person, or at least sort of.
Well, you quickly find out he wasn't a slave.
True.
It takes over half the DLC to find that out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or in one sitting in my case. Hey. Folks, you know how we said we were like doing our homework of playing the game and then give our opinions, It's not like I tried to fill in the entire DLC in 2 nights ago.
Okay.
Just leaving things to the last minute.
Okay, so where are you going with this?
I'm very interested.
Oh, you know how school work, burger and university work and all that. They're just, oh well, I just left this for the last minute. Time to fill on the hours in one night.
Oh, so you played the DLC instead of doing something you should be doing.
Like a true Fallout player.
Like most people that really, really like to play video games, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here can relate to that, including pretty much all of us.
Yep.
Our priorities are kind of messed up, but hey, it works somehow. So,
That's what coffee's for.
that is true. And
that's what my monster's for. Hashtag not
Same.
sponsored.
I live off of those most of the time.
So yeah, and then he sends you off on a mission to save those slaves. Remember?
Well, not to save them. It's the hey, get something on you to make you look like one.
Yeah, it's kind of really shady. Like at that point, I was like, "Are you sure I can trust you?" Like you're putting a lot of faith into a person that you just met, like you as the wastelander. Like I'm pretty sure everyone here watching would be like, "Nope, fuck this shit, I'm out. Absolutely fucking not."
But I paid the money to play the game.
Yeah, I'm talking about if you were
If it was real, yeah.
Yeah, if it was real, everyone would just do a 180 and say, "Fuck you, Warner, I ain't doing this shit. I'm not gonna die."
Shoot him in the face.
You just kill a hope.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So how did you handle his mission?
How I did it? Well, I stuck with him. Like because I still believe that he was a better option for the people there than having psychopathic raiders that would probably shoot you on sight if they could. That would probably just shoot you if they could.
Oh, they do that.
Yeah, they do.
Like there's But I was talking more about the first mission he sent you on, where you have to quote unquote slay the slaves.
Oh, that one.
Like, I was suspicious of him before, but I couldn't tell why. But after that, doing that mission and him going, not caring that you free or kill them all, and
Yeah,
me,
that was
I was going, you are just a filthy liar, aren't you?
yeah,
Yeah,
that was a thing with me because I went to do it and I was trying to be sneaky. So I put a mine down next to one of the raiders, and then the raider at the gate, I stuck a grenade in his pocket,
very nice.
and that accidentally blew up some bikes that were nearby. So I basically
Oh,
said, I killed the rest of the raiders, accidentally killed one of the slaves,
rip.
and Warner didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, like personally, I didn't notice it because I always managed to free the slaves,
Mm.
which is why I never noticed it until I think it was like my second playthrough. Because
Uh-huh.
most of the times I literally just go in guns blazing. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this guy first, then this guy. I pull up my combat shotgun, and they're all dead.
Yep.
And I just free the slaves. Everyone's happy. I'm taking that outfit. Done.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of never like noticed him. And then like in the second playthrough, where I got pretty much all of the slaves killed because of a horribly bad pulse grenade throw.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they were all dead.
Yeah, that would
See,
do it.
So yeah, then like he had the same reaction. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Like that's like the first time you can see his true colors, basically.
uh-huh. Then
So
and
moving on, like
uh-huh.
we have to say one thing for the our vault dweller. He has
Damn,
really strong arms
yes,
that he's
damn.
able to
Yeah.
get there from here to Pittsburgh. Like that requires a lot. Like I've never used one of them before, but
Uh,
that would take a shit ton of endurance
and
and strength
also
to do it. Like well,
the fact that the thing looks rusted to shit,
yeah, that'd be a lot harder to actually use.
and
Oh yeah,
the
because
tracks
that's
are
not.
also probably rusty as well. Jesus
The
Christ!
actual tracks are probably like completely damaged at certain points.
Hmm.
Yeah, props to the Vault Dweller. Like genuinely, huge props to him.
And before anyone says, "Oh, but Warner also helped him," what happened? What about the point where you finished the DLC?
Yeah, then you have to go there all alone.
Uh,
I mean,
All
like to
by
survive
yourself.
in that environment, like you have to be at least as strong and have as much stamina and endurance to do that. You need it practically.
uh,
So yeah, it's still pretty impressive though. So when you first arrive after the train cart, you get attacked by some raiders,
uh-huh.
and my dumbass had a laser pistol because the second I shot him with the combat shotgun, I was like, okay, they're not taking my stuff. I fast traveled back to Megaton, went there, took the cart trip with a laser pistol.
Hmm.
That's it. That
Oh
was
God!
that
Oh,
was fun.
oh.
And they all
How
targeted me, and I had like one stim pack on me.
how did you deal with a sniper?
I didn't. I just hoped. Like I somehow managed to do it because had 500 rounds. Somehow, like I just by luck, I scavenged it all, and I just kept shooting.
Uh-huh.
And somehow that one stim pack was just enough because I got really lucky.
Lucky third. Jesus Christ. So okay. So then after that, you get. Did you take the knife with you, or did you take the gun?
The gun.
Gun.
Oh, geez, gun.
I also took the knife though, because dear God, the trogs. Actually, Gold. You have that sniper on the
Yep.
bridge with the mines. Dear God, the game decided to be nice for me for once. instead of having enemies with missile launchers up the ass. I was getting shot at by that sniper. I don't know what happened to him, but he buggering slipped, fell down, and died.
You were really lucky then.
Lucky bastard.
Here's
You
the
were
thing,
really,
though.
really lucky.
Hold on. Here's the thing. My character has poor perception and poor luck, but high stats and like everywhere else. I did not notice the sniper. I was
Aye.
walking around the
Oh, wow.
bridge, deactivating mines one at a time, going, hear gunshots. Hey, what's going on? I then look up, I see a body fall off and hit the ground and die. And I'm sitting there having a flashback to Morrowind going, the fuck?
That was like, you're lucky bastard, because every time I fought him, it wasn't pretty. What
Same
else
here.
did you? What else? See, even if you clear all the mines from the area, all the slaves that run across the bridge die. You can't
You're
save
literally
them.
the only one that survives.
I mean, that's like an intro of the city and how depressive it is.
It
Fucking
gives you
is,
like a
isn't
picture of what you should be expecting and what's gonna happen, basically.
Another thing is, I went guns blazing at the start, and do you know what happens if you just kill everyone at the gate?
What?
You get ambushed and then you get your legs beat. You get your legs broke.
Oh well.
You like lose all but a quarter of your health.
Damn.
I can tell ya, with that DLC, what my gun skill is at 100, but my knife skill is like at 40. Dear God, I was dancing on a razor's edge with melee combat.
Yeah, the thing is, mine was literally at minimum. I never invested into it because I never use melee weapons, like rarely. Actually, I genuinely never use them, so I never invested any perks, any skill
Damn.
points. That's where I suffered.
I could tell you after fighting the many Bethesda, learn some subtlety. Don't call them trogs and expect people not to pick up on that you're calling them troglodytes. I see your shit. You're not letting that slip past me. And also, after fighting many of those buggers, you bet I put some skill points into that melee combat.
Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
The
Also,
first time I leveled up, melee went up. Melee went up a lot.
Hmm.
All right, so what do you guys think of the aesthetics or like how the pit looks like?
it is gleaming dark and it is beautiful.
Honestly, I love the aesthetics. For some every like the ruined city, just plagued by asshole people.
It's like
Paradise 2.0, but with actual lethal force.
it's like everything is screaming that this city is basically dead. Like no one should actually be there.
Yeah, that is true. I do agree with that. And like before Asher, like when the BOS came here, they came into a giant shithole.
Uh-huh.
All they saw were basically trogs, cannibals, and God knows what. So of course, when you see everything trying to kill you, you think, let's do everyone a favor and just kill everything. And the occasional raider. So yeah.
Yep.
Like that is a place that is probably one of the worst places to be in. You're probably
Yep.
better off. You are better off in Forlorn Hope.
Oh
That
my god.
like you're a million times better there than trying to survive in this shithole.
The lore. The fact that the lore states before the Brotherhood came in that it was a lot worse.
Yeah, like you look in this and you come to the pit, you see this giant shithole. It makes the wasteland you came from look like paradise, like an actual paradise.
Yeah, it actually does.
like in the wasteland, you can survive if you know what I mean. Like if you're smart, if you have wits, or if you join a settlement, like you're good.
Hmm.
Here, there's no hope. The only
Nope.
hope is if you somehow escape the city, somehow, which you most likely won't.
Or survive Asher's or the DLC's namesake, the Pit, which more than likely you won't.
Yeah, you genuinely won't.
Just oh, let's throw one combatant against three. That's a fair fight. Oh, and they have guns.
To be
Yeah,
fair, you can also come in with guns too.
Yeah, but that's
I mean,
guns you
it was
scavenge. They
easy
don't.
for me. I
Mhm.
took the metal blaster, tribal power armor, and the overpowered helmet, and just massacred everything. 2 to 3 shots, everything was dead.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
funny thing. That's a funny thing as well. They're like really. This is another thing of why I think the Pit should have been its own game, because it makes no sense why you can just get all the power armor and shit while you're still a slave.
Yeah,
Like,
like it's nice of him to give you that. Like maybe, like the raider that gives you it after like 102
uh,
ingots.
yeah,
Like maybe he's just that. He's like the least asshole raider there,
uh-huh,
and maybe like actually gives a shit about you. After impressing him.
uh-huh.
The thing is, like, the second you leave that area, you have other raiders just like, how the fuck did this guy get power armor?
I know. You can like
It's
walk
like,
out of there more decked out than the fucking raiders.
you're more decked out than fucking Asher.
oh yeah,
you
yeah.
like,
Asher
you would be target
seems
number one. At that point, like, the raider would be like, hey, the second he goes into the yard, everyone just open fire on him.
uh,
What would happen? You walk out there with power armor, the raider that gave you the power armor would get instantly killed, or sent to the steel yard, or worse.
uh,
And you would just get shot
yeah,
instantly, blown up.
yeah. It's like this makes no sense. Also, the fact that you can go in there, immediately draw your pistol, put up to a raider's temple, and they won't do anything.
Yeah, the second you touch your pistol, you're getting shot. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Your hand gets near the pistol, the raider's gonna just shoot you.
The second they see it, your fingers are gonna get broke.
I mean, imagine being this raider, like literally outside the steel yard, just thinking, yeah, okay, this guy's gonna die. I'm never gonna see him again. I don't give a shit. He comes in with tether rags, and that's it. Maybe like an auto axe, for getting stuff. You're like, okay, that's cool. Fuck it, nothing. Motherfucker comes out with power armor, fucking decked out helmet, and a modified G3 battle rifle with a fucking silencer, nose stock, and a fucking magnification. You would just think, how in God's blazing balls did this guy get all of it? And you would
Oh,
be really worried at that point.
oh my
Like,
god.
you are an asshole to him. He hates you. He's a million times better armed and equipped than you. You don't
from
stand a chance
rags to
against him in a
riches.
1v1.
Yeah, it just I so yeah, if you want to keep yourself immersed, don't do that quest until after the game ends.
Yeah, just get like, don't even get the fucking metal blaster at that
Uh,
point.
But again, if you want to try
Uh,
to sub
with
in
a
like
highly
a lore
modified fucking
reason,
laser rifle.
uh,
if you want to sub lore reason, you could say Asher puts in so much on like self-worth and competence, and the fact they do make it out that gathering steel bars or like and being near the steel. Oh, you actually survived 5 minutes in there.
Yeah, maybe like gain the reader's respect a bit. Maybe that's one thing.
you gain the raiders' respect, and get some equipment like some skin packs, a nearly broken gun, some ammo or something, but don't get a fucking suit of power armor for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
it just doesn't make any sense.
No.
And really powerful power armor at that.
Yeah.
With,
Uh.
in my
But
opinion, the best assault rifle in the game. better than the Shuanglong, the Chinese assault rifle. I probably butchered that name
Uh-huh.
because it's very short range. That one, like the spread is insane.
Oh yeah, or no point using a scope on that thing.
Yeah, and the Shuang, the fucking unique AK. That's what I'm gonna call it because it is. Uh, doesn't have a lot of durability. So yeah, no, it's compared to the perforator, which doesn't have as much durability as a normal assault rifle. But then again, you get a scope. It's very accurate and still quite powerful, and readily available guns to repair it. It's
Nice.
the obvious option, in my opinion.
Yeah, hard to complain about something's durability if it instantly deletes things.
Yeah, true.
I could tell you when I was writing this, when I had to give up my equipment, the fact I learned after the fact, thanks to a YouTube video, of you could drop all your shit, go up to the person, say you gave all your stuff, pick up your stuff, and walk around. I accidentally give him my stuff because before I done that DLC, as everyone knew, I said, "Oh, I done the Operation Anchorage before it to get equipment for that DLC." Then having to add the
Oh no.
English handing over all the stuff I got that DLC to them and then to win back.
Oh no.
Dear God, when I was out in the mill, I was so happy to see a lead pipe so I could actually engage the buggered troglodytes in melee.
Yeah. All right. So,
I
what do you guys think about the environment? I mean, the people. The people.
the shitty. Are you talking about the raiders or the slaves?
All of it. Everyone.
Yeah, they're shitty.
Pe- the
Yeah, they're shit. That's practically all you can say. Like,
what one group looks like shit, the other one is. Like was it like like
they look
uh hmm, like the slavers don't give a rat's ass about the slaves like at all. Like you can save like if you have a 50 medical skill, you can save one of the slaves' life, and then a raider goes up and says, "Thanks for healing that slave. He has a week until he dies of exhaustion anyway."
yeah, just damn.
They can
Like
run
they genuinely
around.
don't give a shit about it. Like they're really fucked up people.
Oh, have
They
any
are.
of you seen that encounter with slaves running away, then getting chased by raiders and getting shot down?
Yep.
Or they killed for entertainment. You have a better chance in the waste. At least in the waste, something's trying to kill you just to simply eat you, not because they're bored.
So basically, like
Uh,
you have a good reason to kill you
uh,
because
mhm.
they're hungry as shit. Basically, that's what
Uh,
you're saying. Compared to the pit where they
no.
do it just because they generally enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because they're bored at that minute of the day to go, what should I do? Oh, look, there's someone nearby. Blam, blam, blam. Oh,
Bobby.
there's my kicks.
Bobby. Bobby ain't gonna run no more.
Basically.
uh, oh god. What else? Um. Oh, what's your woman's name? The woman you have to go find when we get in there.
Medea.
Yeah, Medea. What do you think of her?
Um, like she's quite caring.
Mhm.
Like even after she gets the baby and everything, like she's really careful with it and brings him toys and everything. You
Her.
know, yeah.
Kinda
I
wish
was like,
she was. I wish she was the one in charge, because Eye Patch Dude does not give a damn. C does though.
She
yeah,
does, but I can see this. I can see the seeds of her not giving a shit about that baby in her dialogue, because you can hear like, "Oh, she's such a hassle" and stuff. And I can imagine one day that's gonna break her.
I mean, yeah, but then again, she still like out of the people remaining, probably the most capable of actually taking care of the baby.
Yeah, she is.
and the most that genuinely gives a shit about it. So yeah,
Mhm.
she's still like the nicest one.
Uh-huh.
No, like after you even free all of them, the freed workers or slaves are like, go away. That's it's just a
Um.
dialogue. You save the rest, and they're like, go away. I'm like, all right, fuck you then.
mhm. What else? So, what did you think of? Let's. All right, end of the video because I've said the fucking DLC's name. What did you think of the pit?
The pit.
Uh-huh.
Wait. What do you mean?
Like the
What do you
actual
mean?
the pit section.
Yeah, the combat arena.
Oh, wait, we still have Steel Yard.
Oh, we still okay. Sorry. So what do you think of
We'll cut it out.
Steelyard?
It's fine. Cut here.
Aye.
Red the editor. Cut it here.
Quality
Right.
work here, brought to you by Two Bears.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright,
So,
so
what do you think? Mhm.
okay, you do it.
So what did you think of the Steelyard?
I think it's a really cool area. Like the steel ingots are really well hidden. Some of them are really well hidden.
Well,
I have to say, I actually enjoyed trying to find those because they were pretty clever how they do it. And anytime you find one, you at least find a bunch of them, not like a singular one. So I love that
yeah, you
they've
do.
done that. So it doesn't feel tedious. You actually feel like, oh, I find the secret, I am getting rewarded.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
I always
also
had trouble getting all of the 100 steel ingots because I always managed to like forget one. There's just like that one ingot you forget, and you have to check the every single location again.
yeah, that always happens in a collectathon though.
Yeah, but then again, it never feels like a hassle or like really annoying for some reason. I'm like, okay, let's go again.
Mm.
You know, at least for me, because I
Mm.
genuinely enjoy how it, I genuinely enjoy the environment of the steel yard. It's just for
Yeah,
some
it is
reason
very
I
cool
genuinely like exploring it.
because
You know why it doesn't?
it is a. hmm
You know why it doesn't feel like a hassle? Because the Seayard is interesting place, but it's small. It's still small enough where
It's
you're
Not
not.
too
small
big.
combat.
It's like you're
There's
not.
small.
The area and levels are still small enough, but it's but still, interesting how they
Looks
hide
gigantic.
everything. You're not like pulling your hair trying to search for them, unlike
Yeah.
Skyrim with the buggering jewel quest.
Oh no. Oh no. I
Yeah, it's
remember
like
that.
it's small, compact. It's really well designed because there's like what's the word I'm looking for here? There's a lot to explore. There are a lot of things to do. You can there's a lot to scavenge. There's you get thrown into different sort of environments. So like one minute you're on top of a roof, next
Yeah,
minute you're
it's
inside a
quite
building,
diverse.
another minute you're stuck in between two rail cars trying to kill the trogs.
Yep. I really liked yeah, like as I said, like when you go in there first, it looks like a gigantic area. It looks huge. Although it's not, it almost gives us sort of an illusion
Uh-huh.
if
Yeah,
you think about it.
to make
That's
it
also
feel
a really nice
imposing.
feature.
Yeah.
Yep.
The bloody trucks.
Those, although I gotta say, the dogs are a pitch to kill until I found the flamethrower. Hot damn, that
Yeah,
was
the
fun to use.
flamethrower.
That was fun to use. It's just like, oh, trugs, y'all can't fucking touch me.
However, I was and with the auto axe is glitchy as fuck, but an amazing weapon.
Yeah, it doesn't appear half the time in the hand, so that was fun.
he was Here's a tip to not to get a headache with the troglodytes. Don't bother shooting them. It is far easier to melee them.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Get the auto axe and it will destroy them. It just does constant damage. Especially
mean,
if you get man opener.
Yeah, then you're pretty fine.
The auto axe is literally just a bigger ripper, so yeah. Then again, I had like what 40 melee weapons. Just having a lead pipe in hand, dear God, done wonders.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
me with 100 and small guns, just shooting them and just getting thingamy. It was far easier to let them bounce off and just slap him in the skull.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about the rewards you get from every 10 ingots you bring? Like, what are some reward, like some of the gear you get? Are there some that you regularly use after it?
I'm going to let you two take stage here because I didn't do that part of the DLC.
Oh, you didn't collect 100 of them?
Nope.
Oh, that's understandable. The two guns I constantly always have on me, the Metal Blaster and the Perforator. I use it until the end. I love those two weapons.
Oh yeah, the weapons are amazing. Though you are not hitting anything in the distance.
Yeah, I really enjoy that, and also the armor. Honestly, the metal armors I never used.
Yeah, I wouldn't care for all that there. Well, for the armor, the stats on the armor are great. Thing is, though, I'm old RPG. I have to go on the rule of cool.
Yeah,
And plus, I completed Anchorage before it, so like, come on, it's a Chinese stealth suit. But
yeah, true.
but if we were to speak about the power armor, though, just that is the gold. That is your dragon horde right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Although I also use the light armor you get, the Letter Rebel, I think it's called. It's I think one of the most protective light armors you can get, and I literally most of the time use light armor or just power armor. Sometimes I switch like between light and power. Like I don't use anything in between.
That's fair enough. Because yeah, like to get the sneak bonus and all that.
It's very useful and it's easy to repair.
Oh, that's true.
Like
Because
you
what
can
is it?
find leather armor practically everywhere.
Before I got like the Chinese stealth suit and the outcast power armor, I was literally just running around in the vault security armor and just taking the combat vests from Talons and just repairing it with it.
Yeah. I literally just use combat armor, like up until that point. And most of the game, like towards the end of the game, I just use Riley's Rangers combat armor. It's the most protected and pretty easy to repair. All right, so any other honorable rewards you can get, or like honorable mentions?
Nothing really stands out as much as well. There's Ashes power armor, but then again, the power armor that you given from the steel mill quest is
The
can't be
feeling
compared
you
to
get,
two.
the feeling you get whenever you prove the raiders wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's happy when a raider is dead.
Yeah.
All right,
Even
so
if you are
let's move on
ready.
to the arena. So, what did you guys think about the arena, fighting in it? You know, the rules of it, how the fights happen.
Well, there are no rules in the arena.
Of course.
One rule: survive.
Yeah. Mission objective: survive.
I loved it. I got really big Oblivion flashbacks. Did you, Squeak?
Yes. Well, that and the fact that they drop a nuclear really
actually quite nice.
adds.
Sorry, Squig, you cut out there. What'd you say?
Okay, I did get flashbacks to Oblivion thingy, but I, unlike Oblivion's Arena, I did not get that sense of desperation when they dropped nuclear waste material and the fact you have to kill quickly as you can before you die of radiation sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Like
And you
literally,
also had
you were also outnumbered the entire time, except the last fight. But yeah,
and it was. I found it was a really fun combat arena to fight in.
that is true.
Like
I
ducking,
generally enjoyed it. Like the second the barrels just drop in, you're like, okay, gotta do this quick. Let's charge in.
I love that sense of desperation. It is so simple that they use a thing that usually is an environmental hazard, and you go, "Oh, it's just a wee bit of that. Well, I'll just be on my step over it, be on my way," and then it forcing every fiber of your being to fight harder.
I
Yeah.
love that feature. It's a really good one.
I wish you had to do more fights. I wish they had it bumped up to at least 5, maybe.
Yeah, true. Like it was really short, like too short because like I literally just powered through it with the uh, uh
Even
metal blaster. It's pretty easy.
even with the
Yeah, you and your power armor. Try doing it without. In my case,
Yeah, that's different.
well, I don't know. I feel like I was playing Fallout on an easier mode for longer than Squeak because I had it on normal, but for some reason the PC version seems to be a lot easier on PC. The normal on PC seems to be a lot easier than the normal on Xbox.
Red, I'll ask you this: how high is the luck stat on your character?
Well, he's Irish, so I think I gave him a luck of 6.
My character has a luck of 1. Probably
Oh,
that's why I'm getting buggered rocket fisted.
most likely. I always keep it at 5.
Because the amount of enemies spawning with missile launchers, I swear to God.
Fun,
Does your luck actually?
fun experience on my end. The first encounter outside of the wasteland were 3 super mutants, one with a minigun, one with a missile launcher, and one with a hunting rifle. I died.
Jesus Christ.
That was the
Um,
first one I saw.
does your luck actually affect what weapons raiders get?
I don't know, I would not be surprised.
That was a pretty cool feature.
That or I was tempting fate and fate decided to flip me off.
Pretty much. Could happen. So, what about the actual liberation? I guess you can call it, or the fight to freedom.
It was, I think, it was fun, ducking and weaving, taking cover, taking pot shots at each other, scavenging the enemy's weapons, using the flamethrower on that on the last guy. Like my first playthrough, you know the last boy?
Yeah,
I got him crippled, pulled out a 32 pistol, and executed him.
nice.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a really fun battle to play, and of course, so what did you guys do? Like, who did you side with, Ashter or Warner?
Original
Why?
playthrough, I said Asher, and no, sorry, I said it with Warner, and then Asher afterwards when I found out that probably no one here would side with Asher.
You say that, because that's my first time playing the DLC. Warner gave me so much suspicion, and the fact that you at least get to talk to Asher and hear about his plans of I am forcing him to do this now so we could get better results later, and I'm just sitting there going, and
Yeah,
also
but like,
him telling me that Asher was also a radar boss, and I'm going, oh, lying bastard.
yeah, I know Warner lied to you and stuff, but like Asher didn't give an actual fuck about the slaves or curing the disease until after Marie was born. if Marie
That is
didn't
true.
have the immunity to radiation, Asher wouldn't give a fuck. Like he
That is
says so himself.
like they also like when you speak to some other raiders, like
Mm.
before when you're approaching Astra, like I never did it until my last playthrough. I was like, okay, there's a lot of named raiders. They definitely do have some dialogue, and some of them are relatively friendly to you. You know, they're like, "Welcome to the army," and just give you some tips, basically.
She'll
And
never have
some
to
would
use, but
say that, well, some say like, "I wish I could shoot you,"
yeah.
and
Like
there's one that basically says that it's harder to be here than it is in the steel yard as a worker, because as a
what was it?
worker you
Uh-huh,
get at most like a beating or something. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
But like that physical wound like heals. As a raider, you let's say Asher forces you to go and attack a caravan. If a caravaner shoots you, you're dead.
Oy. What
Then
was
again,
it as well? Like,
one's a quick death and one's a slow death.
mm, what was it? One of the fucking raiders. I can't remember. It was a woman, I think. She was all, "Oh, you're here. Uh, don't find that makes you a hotshot or anything. I can't wait to have an excuse to shoot you."
Yep,
After the
that's the
dialogue was
sniper.
done,
The sniper bitch.
I just, I just pulled out my gun, shot above her head, and was like, "I don't need an excuse."
Nice.
Uh,
That was fucking good.
uh,
See, Professor, this is how you have fun.
Alright, so moving on, like towards the end of the battle, you basically screw over every other raider that stays there.
mhm,
Like you just, if you side like with Warner, I never actually
uh-huh.
sided with Asher, so I don't know what happens. Like,
It's
can you
just
tell me?
you side with Asher. You go see the baby. You go see the mother. You you don't kidnap the baby. You go find. You go and interrogate. What's your woman's name?
Medea?
You go and interrogate Medea to find out where Warner is. You go to the steel yard, find Warner, kill him, report back to Asher, and that's it.
Oh, there's no like battle or anything.
There is a bit of a battle, but it's nothing. It's a the shooting fish in a barrel compared to Warner's side.
I mean, you shoot the slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the boring. It's pretty
Yeah.
boring when you think about it.
And I was revolted the entire time. I hated siding with Asher.
Yeah, you're signing with a raider boss. Like, yeah, he wants to build like an empire, like of steel. But the thing is, in history, every single nation who had slaves or was like built by slaves just completely crumbled,
Is
and
that?
it's doomed
Hmm.
to destruction. It's
I know.
doomed.
It's it's like how's I think we should leave that topic to the end, but I I'm going to destroy this man's dreams of trying to turn his society around after we're done here.
Well, you say that,
So
but you side with one raider boss or the other raider boss. Just one having the pretense of, yeah, I am caring and not using this as a chance to, be the boss of everything. Or never mind when your character has an opposite dialogue of saying, yeah, I'm the boss of this place now. Okay, but I'm in charge of everything, but you just have the overseer in name.
hmm.
Hmm.
any anyway, so I think we should finally. Is there anything else to talk about before we move on to the next subject?
Let's see. Actually, a like the last time I played, I got stuck in an area because all the slaves, the guys who were on my side, panicked and ran away.
Uh-huh.
I was surrounded. One side, minigun, two snipers. The other side, 6 guys heavily armed, charging me at the same time. I died multiple times.
Oh boy, it really sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it genuinely does. And I saved
will-
at a certain point where, yeah, I just had to somehow break through it, and after like 2 attempts, I finally did it. After 3 attempts, and the second time, my game crashed. That was fun.
So
Oh,
whenever
don't get me started on the game crashing, because anytime I tried, like every fifth or third time I tried to use VATS, my game lagged to hell. Boy, I know lag stops time, but I didn't expect it to stop my console.
you know
Oh, playing Fallout on the console, yeah. I have
you know
personal
what
experience with New Vegas playing it on 360. Yeah, that was hell.
you know you know that you know whenever I told you at the start that you get beaten up if you try going guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
I tried for so long to because the guy is called Ripoff, and Ripoff fucked, and no, sorry, it's called Rip Up, and Rip Up fucked up by pissing me off. Anyway, I was trying to get him to fight me in an actual pit. The pit of water that's underneath the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying for so long to get him to fight me, but every time I could get him in there, he would try to run out of there like a little bitch.
Damn.
I mean, he's a raider. Yeah, I honestly expect honor.
There is no honor. Raiders are assholes, and they're gonna continue to be assholes. They will never stop.
Uh,
Alright, so let's move on to like a debate on what's better, like Asher or Warner, or like some personal opinions.
You say
So-
that, but both decisions suck either way. It's just which one feels the less suckiest in your gut.
Yeah, pretty
so
much. So,
more
what's your guys' personal opinion on the DLC? Squeak, let's
it
start
was
with you.
It sucks, but I love it.
You didn't like it,
No,
or
it sucks, but I love it.
oh, okay, I get it.
Because you do not feel right no matter what way you go.
I thought it could be its own game. I think Bethesda really squandered the potential of a story like this.
I agree. Like, I'll finish it.
I just thought it should be longer, more fleshed out. Like 90% of the raiders in Uptown are named, but they have practically no personality.
That is true. That is definitely true.
Like all the advice they give you is literally it's wasted because you're never gonna go there again. Or it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it is. It's useless. Like, personally, like my opinion on the DLC, I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite DLCs of all time, as I stated before. But there's so many missed opportunities. Like, especially when you like, if you like join Ash, or maybe you could like do caravan raids. That'd be pretty cool.
Mhm.
And keep people in check, fight in the arena. There's a lot of missed opportunities, and not only just the area. Like I'm talking about like the area outside, like that could be like really just expanded upon and really its own game.
Mhm.
Like maybe there are sort of like settlements in there, but in a different way. Like settlements in like apartment rooftops or something. That would be pretty cool.
Like escaped slaves and stuff, wildmen and
Yeah,
everything
you
in
have
between.
you have escaped slaves that create their own societies. Basically, like they're not going to be that big, But it'll still be interesting. You have a lot more urban combat compared to the
Uh-huh.
open wasteland. That'd be really cool change, in my opinion.
Yeah, make it
And also,
feel industrialized.
there's also like weapon and weapon and ammo smuggling as well. You could do if you're a slave.
That would definitely be pretty cool. You have like certain side quests, or
You could play
even
as like a dope.
or create your own auto axe. Like instead of it straight up being given to you, you're like, okay, this is how you make it. There's the workbench. Find the parts there and there and there. It's steel yard. Do it yourself. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, so you could work as like a double agent if you wanted to.
Actually, yeah, Asher could have probably done that.
Mhm.
Sending him to Werner to pretend, basically,
Uh,
like he's with him and maybe
there's,
like completely spoil the plan and everything. That would generally be pretty cool.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, so I think Bethesda completely squandered a potential game on a DLC that was good, had a lot of promise, but we'll never see its full potential.
Yeah. Okay, maybe they might do an entire game on it in the future. It's still a possibility. Like you can generally expand upon the pit.
Also, I've noticed a trend with Bethesda where they like, especially in Fallout 3, where they'll do big um trying to think. I was going to make a point where I said that I've noticed that Bethesda does this really big, like, world-changing stuff. So, for example, like Marie being immune.
Yeah,
But I don't think Bethesda will ever actually follow up on any of that sort of stuff.
I agree with that. That is true. Like in you have something world changing in a lot of DLCs. Let's say, Mothership Zeta, you can basically blow up the planet with the gun you get.
Uh,
Here you have something that could stop ghouls, and like in Fallout 4, there should be a sort of an effect. Okay, maybe not where you are, but
well,
you know,
no, because Marie would only be what 10 years old by that point.
yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, still a major
But
thing because,
mhm.
hey, a person immune to radiation
Is the water in Fallout 4
is not a
still
thing.
affected? Actually, isn't the water in Fallout 4 still irradiated?
Yes.
It is.
You'd think you'd think after 10 years it would have made its way to Boston by now.
It definitely would.
Red, you say that, but with
But
real life science, since they say it's been 200 years after a war, most of that radiation would have gone away by now.
yeah, like it
Yeah,
should
but
be practically safe to drink. Just boil it and you're fine. Not worried about
yeah,
radiation.
but the thing about that, what I'm trying to, but Fallout isn't realistic when it comes to radiation. Like there shouldn't be
That is true.
goals. There shouldn't be goals. Um, there's oh wait, we do have Runaway in real life. It's called vodka.
Wait, what? Seriously?
You told me you were the one who told me that fact.
I don't remember.
Do you not remember? Do you not remember when you told us about the Chernobyl disaster and how?
Oh, okay. Yeah, vodka, of course.
You want to give the vodka tips to our viewers, especially to those who bought like the helmet edition for 76?
Yes, you should drink vodka with that. It'll help with the asbestos.
Thank you, you saved me.
Yes. Like I
I
was
wore
trying
an
to get really close
asbestos
to
mask.
buying that bundle. I fortunately didn't.
Uh,
Would have probably
what
been in the
else?
hospital.
Yeah. Uh, what else? No, there wouldn't. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, by this point, like I'm on Google Maps right now. By this point, 10 years have passed since Fallout 3 to Fallout 4. There should be clean water in Boston.
Yeah,
Like, I could understand if more radiation popped up between 200 years, because how the Legion was finding bombs and just using them. Understandable. Or like in 3 with the atomic bomb in the middle of the city, it's still being active, giving off radiation. That's understandable.
Yeah. So the reason I didn't side with Asher is because, Asher, because he just didn't give a fuck. Like, his society will destroy itself because he cannot change it. Like, he thinks he can, but the foundation is built on slavery,
and it's gonna be
and
destroyed.
trying to change it is going to be incredibly difficult because where's it going to
Raiders
get
are
the
raiders,
people?
and they will always be assholes.
Yeah, where are you going to get the people? The raiders will always want to try to keep themselves in power the entire time. You can't remove them without force. Even if you did somehow reorganize the raiders, you can't give the slaves any sort of citizenship because they're gonna hate you, or if you give it to their children, their sons are gonna hate you.
Yeah, because their parents are slaves.
Or were slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, him going, oh, I only have them working until the job is done, then free them. But during all that point, you'll be the most resented person on the planet. And the fact that one day you put them all through this misery, then one day going, oh yeah, you're free. You what?
We're now free to kick your
No,
ass.
yeah, basically, they would just instantly go up and kill him. Like, that's
Yeah,
what I would
and
do.
also, how are you gonna replace the raiders? Like,
You can't. You
I know,
genuinely cannot.
because like as you start to transition, like let's say you start to turn them into proper soldiers or whatever. You can't do that with raiders because they're just low life scum. They're practically animals. And if you start moving in a new group of people, the raiders are gonna get scared, and then a civil war is gonna break out.
It's a shit situation, and it's impossible to do. Asher basically fucked up at the start.
Hmm.
I mean, he
Like,
already
it's
had a coup. He would just have multiple ones now.
yeah, it's just not gonna work. It's simple.
Like
It's gonna fail. He's gonna get
like
killed.
unless he kills all the slaves, the only way it could work is if he killed all the slaves and then let the raiders breed with each other. But even if the raiders do that, they're still going to be assholes. Their children will more than likely still be assholes,
Yeah,
and the raiders will probably just take the power away from Asher because they'll probably still want slaves, but Asher won't. So there's just no way Asher's society can work.
yeah, it's doomed to fail.
Well, kiddos, folks, I don't know why I'm trying to sound like three dogs. This has been Squeak. I hope you enjoy your day. I'm gonna go back into the sewer. Bye.
Thank you guys for watching again. I really appreciate you guys taking your time.
Yes, we do. Uh, still, still again, how did you listen to me for so long? Even I don't like myself sometimes.
You gotta get that self-confidence up, right?
He has to level up. He has to level up to put skill points into it.
Uh,
Self-esteem is a minimum skill points.
I did not get the Stilfa scene. Pork on my birth.
Exactly, go up.
Right. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.
Enjoy it.
Right, see you, you beautiful pack of bastards.
Enjoy the sit fest. Bye.
Bye.